Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited to present to you guys. I'm doing another how to solve the 3x3 last layer tutorial for beginners. I made one over a year ago, and I think it was February something 2017, and it's now June 2018. So it's been more than a year, and obviously we've progressed and got more subs, and we've got better things, better setups, better lighting, all that great stuff. So I'm super thankful for all that, obviously, and I just wanted to try to give back. So like hopefully I can make a higher quality, more in-depth, slower tutorial that you guys were wanting, because I was reading the comments of the last one, because there's like almost 1,000 comments. There's like 800 something comments, which is mind-blowing. But you guys really wanted me to go slower, obviously, and try to explain certain things better, and I've been reading through all those recently, and I've been trying to put together a video that makes sense, so it's not identical to the one I've made before, but it has the main key things that you guys were really wanting me to do. So I've grabbed my 3x3, I've sat down, I've done my homework, and I've been working really hard to try to put this video together, make it as high quality as possible, also not the same as the last one. And right before we start, I might be doing a giveaway on my Instagram, so go follow it, Rubiks_life, and it's in the description, so go check that out, because I might be doing a giveaway in the future. And also the Twitch page and my gaming channel, Master Ease, is also in the description, so go check that out. But with further ado, we're going to go ahead and start with the video. Hey guys, what is up, RubiksLife here, welcome back to the video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to solve the final layer of your 3x3 Rubik's Cube. So first things first, let me unscramble this cube and then solve up the first two layers. So you're going to want to have these first two layers of your Rubik's Cube solved, and then I'm teaching you how to solve this last bit around here and then the top yellow face. And okay, there we go. So I've solved the first two layers of my Rubik's Cube, so I have the whole white side done, and I've got both of these layers done of my Rubik's Cube. So now I only have to do the yellow side and then this last bit on the top, on this top side right here. And this is honestly a really straightforward step. It's basically the same as the first one, except it's just you can have some different cases here. So the first step in solving the last layer of your 3x3 Rubik's Cube is solving the yellow side. So basically how we're going to go about doing this is solving the yellow cross, basically the same way how we solved the white cross, how you solve the white cross and the white corners, and then we solve the middle layer. We're basically going to do exactly that. We're going to solve the yellow cross, and then we're going to solve the yellow corners, and that'll be the last bit of the yellow, and then we'll be good to go on the last side layer here. So what we're going to do is basically solve this. It can't be exactly the same, obviously, because we don't have as much wiggle room to move pieces around, because it doesn't. This matters more, this is more important, because this is closer to the end. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to do this one algorithm here. So now there's going to be three different cases that you can have. You can have what I have, which is called the dot. So we're only looking at these edge pieces here. So these corner bits don't matter right now. So we're only looking at this cross piece. So there's no yellow pieces on this cross except for this one center piece, which has to be here. And in this case we call this the dot, which is the very bottom step of the steps, because you can, as you're solving, you can either have this, you can have something called the L, or the hook, which is like two pieces adjacent to it, so like this, or like this, like that, or like that, makes an L shape, and that's the second part. And then the third part up is called the bar, where it has a straight line of pieces like this. It's like this or like that, and that's good. That's like super simple. And then obviously if you're super lucky, you can have all the yellow pieces on the cross right here, which would be perfect, which would make your solve faster. But in this case we don't, we just have the dot. And you're going to do the same algorithm for every single one of them. Obviously if you have the cross, just sit tight, maybe watch this just so you can know what you're supposed to do. But if you have the dot, you can hold the cube however you want, as long as the yellow's on top. And I'm going to show you what to do, and then I'm going to slowly progress through all of them. So if you have the hooks, I'll be doing that step next, and then the bar, and then the cross. So if you have the dot, go ahead and do this algorithm. Okay, so this algorithm is literally only 6 turns, so it's super simple as long as you follow along with exactly how I turn. So if you have the dot and there's no other yellow pieces on the top, you can hold the cube in any different area you want to, it doesn't matter. And you're going to do this algorithm. So it's like this. So F, which is the front face clockwise, R, which is the right side clockwise, U, which is this top side clockwise, R prime, which is the right side counterclockwise, U prime, which is the top side counterclockwise, and then F prime, which is the front face counterclockwise. And there we go. Now we have the L shape. And it looks like a square. That's just because there's corners that we already have up there, which is good for later, but it's kind of just confusing to look at. So just ignore the corners again, and you can see now we have two pieces that are shaped like an L. So if we didn't have this yellow corner here, it would look like an L. So now if you're here, even if it's anywhere on the cube, like if it's up here in the top right, top left, or bottom right, it's okay. What you're going to want to do, if it's over anywhere else, you just want to take this top face and then just turn it so it's in the bottom right. So your L shape is kind of like this. It's not really an L anymore. It's kind of like a, I don't know what that is. It's just like a weird like hook shape, I guess. Okay, so you're going to do this algorithm. You're going to go F, which is the front side clockwise, R, which is the right side clockwise, U, top side clockwise, R prime, which is the right side counterclockwise, U prime, which is the top side counterclockwise, and then F prime, which is the front side counterclockwise. And there we go. Now we have the bar. So if you have the bar now, what you're going to do is if you have this, you want to turn this top side so it's facing horizontally and it's sideways. Because if I imagine it as like a sword or something. If it's pointing at you, it could stab you, right? Obviously, if it's going the other way, it's not. But if it's a two-sided sword, then it will hurt you. So you want to make it so it's not going to stab you and it's going to go either left or right. So you're safe either way. But now that you have the bar, you're going to want to hold it horizontal like this, and you're going to do the exact same algorithm over again. So you're going to do F, which is the front side clockwise, R, which is the right side clockwise, U, which is the top side clockwise, R prime, which is the right side counterclockwise, U prime, which is the upside counterclockwise, and then F prime, which is the front side counterclockwise. And now you can see that we have the yellow cross. Okay, so I'm going to do it one more time. This one's going to be a little bit briefer, so it's going to be less in detail, but it's basically the exact same algorithm over and over again. So if you start out with the dot, it doesn't matter which way you hold it, and this time I'll just hold it over here, because it does not matter at all. Yeah, so you just hold it any side you want to. It really doesn't matter. And as long if you have the dot, it doesn't matter where it's placed because it's not going to move. And you just do this algorithm. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, and F prime. And there we go. Now you should have the L shape. And again, if it's anywhere in the left, top, top right, you want to just turn this top face so it's in the bottom right, and you're going to do the exact same algorithm all over again. So F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Now it'll give you the bar. And again, you don't want the bar to stab you, so you're going to turn this layer so it's horizontal to you, and do that same algorithm all over again. So F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And now we have the cross. And this time we have two corners, which is cool. Okay, so now that you have the cross, you're going to have two different scenarios. So if you look and turn the cube just a little bit so you can see along the edges, you're going to want to look at the edge pieces here and see their colors. So we have our green piece, orange piece, red piece, and blue piece. And as you can see, there are two pieces that are in their correct spot, which is the green on green and the orange on orange. And then the red on blue doesn't work and the blue on red doesn't work. And if it looks like this, where there's like a piece matching here, oh there's blue, but then there's red and orange, orange and green, and then green and red, and there's only one matching, just turn your cube, just turn this bit, this top layer, until you have more than one. So see, we have the green and the orange, and then so you should have two at all times. And then if it's like this, there's only one, and then like this, there's none of them, and then there's this one, and there's none of them, and then finally you have two. And then also I'll show you the other way in a minute, which is where you have two that are matching on the opposite side, so one here and here, or here and here, and I'll show you what to do in just a moment. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you what happens if you have two basically right next to each other. Okay, so if you have two right next to each other, so in this case we have the orange that works and the green that works, you're going to want to put the solved pieces on the left side and on the back side. So the two pieces that are unsolved are in the front and on the right side. And you're going to hold it like this, so again it's on the left and in the back that are working, and the two that aren't on the front and the right. And you're going to do this algorithm. R, like this, top side twice, so 1, 2. You're going to do the right side counterclockwise, like that. You're going to do the top side counterclockwise. And you're going to do the right side clockwise. And you're going to do the top side counterclockwise. And then the right side counterclockwise. And then obviously it looks messed up, but really what we did is we rotated those two pieces around. So all we have to do is just line up one of these pieces with their center, so the red should go to red. So I'm going to turn this top side to red. See, now red's on red, blue is on blue, orange is on orange, and green is on green. So now our entire yellow cross is perfectly solved. Okay, so now I've scrambled my Rubik's Cube to where we've solved the yellow cross again, except for the side pieces aren't matching. And in this case, I've rotated my cube as much as I can, and the only pieces that seem to match is this piece, and then the piece behind it. So the red and orange are matching, but there's not pieces on the side. And that same thing goes for if I solve the blue side. The blue's matching and the green is matching, but the orange and red are not matching. So there's not pieces next to each other that are matching, so we can't do that algorithm. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold it so two pieces that are matching are on the side, just like we did for the bar. So the two pieces that are matching won't hurt us and they won't stab us, right? So we're going to hold them on the sides, and we're going to do this algorithm. So R clockwise, the top side 2 times, right side counterclockwise, the top side counterclockwise, the right side clockwise, the top side counterclockwise, and then the right side counterclockwise. And then if we rotate the cube again, like see how it's not working, what you can do is try to line up your pieces. And then after you do this algorithm, and you just kind of look around, you see if you rotate the cube, you'll find the two pieces that are adjacent to each other, and they are now working. And then you can do the same thing like I showed you before. So if it's solved on the left and then solved in the back, and then the two pieces that are not solved are in the front and on the right, you're going to do the same algorithm again. You're going to do the R side clockwise, the top side 2 times. You're going to do the right side counterclockwise, the top side counterclockwise, the right side clockwise, top side counterclockwise, and the right side counterclockwise. And now all you do is you line up the red with the red, or whatever color you want, and then your entire yellow cross is solved. And now that's all that's left to do, is to put the corners in their correct spots and then rotate them around to make them all face up, and then your Rubik's Cube should be solved. Okay, so the second to last step in solving your Rubik's Cube, this is almost one of the easiest parts that you can do, and you're so close to solving it. So this is like a really important part to pay attention to. So basically, we're looking for a corner that is in its right position, but it doesn't have to be turned up to the yellow side. For example, if this piece was turned to its side, so there's a yellow on the side, obviously it's not turned the right way. But if it was the right colors, it's perfectly okay. So for example, if this piece was orange, blue, and yellow, it would have been okay, but it's not because it's green and orange and yellow. And then in this case we have a blue, red, and yellow, and those are obviously the not like complete opposite colors. We rotate this again. This one is in its right position. It doesn't matter if it was turned like this because it's green, red, and yellow, and that's the colors of this side. But in this case it's like this, and you don't want to turn your corners because if you turn them and try to cheat, it will mess up the cube and it'll be impossible to solve. So that's really important in solving this, is you want to make sure that you don't just turn them just to cheat and solve it, because that will mess it up. So just try not to do that. But so we do have this piece, and now we're going to do an algorithm that rotates these three pieces around each other and doesn't affect your solved one, in order to rotate them into their correct spot. So hopefully we can do it in like one move, because this piece that's orange and blue needs to go back to the orange and blue, the orange and green needs to go here, and the blue and red needs to go down here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to hold the piece that's in its correct spot in the bottom right here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do this one algorithm which will rotate these three corners around and hopefully put them in their correct position. So holding the piece that's in its right spot, and again, it doesn't matter if it's rotated a certain direction, just make sure the piece that's in its right area is in the bottom right, and you're going to do this algorithm. U, like this, the right side clockwise, the top side counterclockwise, the left side counterclockwise, the top side clockwise, the right side counterclockwise, the top side counterclockwise, and then the left side clockwise. And as you can see, it did not affect our piece here. And now our pieces are not solved yet. It looks like it goes counterclockwise, because you can see this red and blue piece that was here is now over here, and every piece is rotating like this. So none of the pieces are in their correct spot yet, so it looks like we're going to have to do this algorithm one more time, which should rotate them into their correct spots. So again, hold the piece that's correct in the bottom right and do this algorithm. The top side clockwise, the right side clockwise, top side counterclockwise, the left side counterclockwise, the top side clockwise, the right side counterclockwise, the top side counterclockwise, and the left side clockwise. And now look, now you have a yellow, red, and blue on the right side. We've got our orange and blue on the correct side, and the green and orange are in the correct spot, and then our piece that we started with is in the correct spot. So now we're only one algorithm away from solving your Rubik's Cube. Now if you want to just go ahead and turn your pieces, just go for it. But if you want to actually solve it, then just wait. You're going to do one simple algorithm that's only 4 moves long that'll rotate each piece into here. Now it may seem simple, but please pay attention to every detail that I turn it. So maybe watch me do it first and then go back and watch it again, because if you mess this up, it will definitely mess up the cube. So just be very, very careful, okay? So now I'm going to show you this 4-move algorithm, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to want to turn the cube counterclockwise like this. So the yellow is on the left, and the white is on the right side. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the piece that you're trying to rotate, so the yellow is on the top, in the top left here. So if it were down here, just go ahead and rotate this piece up like that, and you're going to do this algorithm. R prime, which is like this, U prime, R, U. And it didn't solve it, so we're going to do it one more time, okay? So R prime, U prime, R, U. And now don't move your cube. Do not turn it at all, or it will mess it up. So now this piece is solved, and you're one little algorithm away from solving it. So this is super important. Do not move the cube and turn it around. Just keep it where it is and do not do anything, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take this left side and take this piece that you want and you're going to turn it to the top left. Okay, so you're going to go like this and turn this left side up or down or however you need it until this piece that you're trying to solve is in the top left. Okay, so you don't want to turn the cube and turn it down because that will mess you up. You want to take this and turn it to the top left like that. Okay, and you're going to do this algorithm one more time. R prime, U prime, R, U. You're going to do it again, so R prime, U prime, R, U. You're going to do it again until it solves it, so R prime, U prime, R, U, and it looks like we're going to have to do it one more time and then it should be okay. So R prime, U prime, R, U. And look at that, so all of our second layer is perfectly okay. So now you're relieved, and look at that. We're one turn away from solving the Rubik's Cube, and boom! Your Rubik's Cube is now solved. Now, if something messed up, you probably turned your cube or just did the algorithm wrong, so make sure, maybe go in the YouTube settings down here and just click speed and turn the speed down to like 0.5 or 0.75. My voice will obviously sound different, but it'll slow this down even more if you really want to see it super slow. But make sure you're doing this move, like this exact rotation over and over and over again, and then it'll put it back into the correct spot. And don't turn your cube when you're doing that, just rotate this left side here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you really enjoyed this how to solve the 3x3 series, please let me know in the comment section down below. Again, make sure you guys check out my Instagram, link in the description, because I might be starting a giveaway on another 2x2. I might be giving away 2 2x2s actually in the or no, wait, that's not right. I might be giving away 2 3x3s, 2 really nice 3x3s on my Instagram, so go check that out, as well as my new gaming channel, Master ETH, which will have Fortnite and other more personal kind of videos and challenges and stuff. If you want to take a look at that, please do so. But make sure to drop a like on this video. If this video gets like 100 likes, which is a big goal for me. If it gets 100 likes, I'll do another video like this, maybe on the first layer again, or maybe the middle layer, because that one's kind of tricky. But let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll try to get back to you guys in the comments. If you have any questions, I'll try to write down algorithms in the comments, or do something that'll help you guys if you're struggling. But I appreciate you guys watching my videos and getting my first video that I made of this over like 700,000 views, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much for all this crazy growth recently. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you guys have questions, again, leave them in the comments down below. Check out my Instagram for the giveaway, my Twitter, and of course subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.